All right, let's get right into it. Today we're going to be diving into the core ideas of Michael A. Singer's book, Living Untethered. It's all about finding a real path to inner freedom. We're going to break down how we end up building these prisons for ourselves inside, and more importantly, how we can find the key to get out.
So the whole journey really kicks off with this incredibly simple question the book asks. It's a question you already know the answer to. Imagine someone just asks you, "Hi, are you in there?" Of course you are, right? But who or what is the you that's in there?
To really get to the bottom of this, we first got to clearly identify the one who is actually experiencing your life.
Just think about it for a second. Your body, when you were 10 years old, looked completely different from how it does now, and it's going to look different again when you're 80. But the one looking out through your eyes, that feeling, that sense of I, hasn't it been the same constant witness the entire time?
This really sets up the fundamental relationship of your entire existence. You are the subject. You are the consciousness. Everything else, your body, your thoughts, the entire world outside, those are just objects that you perceive. See the difference? You are not what you look at. You are the one who is looking.
Okay, so if you're this stable, witnessing consciousness, what is it that you're constantly witnessing? Well, let's take a look at the non-stop show that's always happening inside.
Singer calls our inner life a three-ring circus. And that's just a perfect description, isn't it? It's like this constant barrage from these three sources all at once. You've got the outside world coming in through your senses, you've got that relentless inner narrator in your head that never shuts up, and then you have these waves of emotions and feelings rising up in your heart. It's a lot. And this quote, man, it just gets right to the heart of the human condition. Because of all that inner commotion, we spend pretty much all of our energy just trying to manage it, just trying to feel okay on the inside. We arrange our entire lives around that one single goal.
So, how does this inner circus, this simple act of just witnessing things, lead to so much struggle and suffering? Well, this is where we start building our own cage.
Here's how a pattern gets stuck. First, an experience comes into your mind. Let's say it's seeing a rattlesnake. It's uncomfortable, so your will kicks in, and you either resist it, you try to push it away, or if it's a pleasant experience, like seeing a butterfly, you cling to it. This act of resisting or clinging is what stops the natural flow. It causes the energy of that experience to get stuck. And then boom, a personal preference is created, a like or a dislike that starts to shape your inner world.
You know, the ancient yogis actually had a word for these stuck, undigested experiences, Samskaras. They're like these little pockets of stored energy from your past, all the moments you just couldn't let go of. And over a lifetime, these build up to form what we call our personal mind.
Here's a really powerful way to think about this. These stored samskaras act just like burn-in on an old TV screen. They create a permanent filter, a veil of past experiences that colors and distorts every single new moment. You're no longer seeing reality clearly, you're seeing it through the lens of your past.
Now, to understand the way out of this prison, the book asks us to do something pretty radical. We have to zoom out. I mean, way, way out.
So we're going to step away from your personal story for a second and look at the story of, well, of everything. We're talking about an unbroken chain of events, starting 13.8 billion years ago with the Big Bang, that has led step by step to the creation of this exact moment you're in right now.
Just let that number sink in. Everything that has ever happened, every star that exploded, every single event on Earth, it all had to happen exactly as it did for this one single moment to be precisely what it is.
The book reminds us of this profound scientific fact. Every atom in your body, in the room around you, was literally forged in the heart of a star billions of years ago. You are made of stardust, and you're experiencing a moment that took the entire history of the universe to create.
And here is the crucial point. This grand cosmic unfolding has absolutely nothing to do with you personally. It has nothing to do with your likes and your dislikes. It's just a vast, impersonal system of cause and effect. Okay, so now we bring these two perspectives together, the personal and the cosmic, to finally understand the precise source of our suffering.
Here it is, side by side. On one hand, you have impersonal reality, the result of 13.8 billion years of cosmic forces. It just is what it is. On the other hand, you have your personal mind, the result of a few decades of stored likes and dislikes. And your personal mind has the audacity to tell reality that it should be different.
I mean, when you get upset that it's raining on your picnic, you're essentially doing this. You're arguing with the result of these unimaginable forces that have nothing to do with you.
You wouldn't argue with Saturn's rings, so why argue with the weather? They are both the result of the same impersonal laws. And there you have it. Psychological suffering is not caused by events. It is the internal friction created when your personal preferences collide with the reality of what is. It is a self-inflicted wound born from resistance.
So, if the problem is this internal argument, what's the solution? Well, it's a word we hear all the time, but maybe often misunderstand. Acceptance.
Singer makes a really critical distinction here. Acceptance isn't just giving up and saying, "Oh well, life is terrible." It is an active, courageous choice to stop fighting. It's the decision to surrender your internal model of how things should be.
You see, you're not surrendering to the world. You are surrendering your resistance to the world. You're letting go of the part of you that believes its limited personal preferences are more valid than the 13.8 billion year unfolding of reality. That is true freedom.
And this brings us to the final powerful choice. This very moment is a masterpiece, a cosmic gift. It will never happen again. The question is, will you open yourself up to experience it, or will you be so lost in your personal mind, arguing with it, that you miss it completely? The choice is yours.